Hey YouTube, my name is Davika and I'm your techie Tantrika. I'm still wearing my Lannister dress from the last video. I am a bit of a Game of Thrones fan. Um, and spring is coming soon, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm making this video because I've noticed something really interesting in when I've been discussing being single with my single clients. So my tip that I give my clients, pretty much I would say all of them, is to basically unearth, dust off their bucket list. If you're wondering what I mean by bucket list, some people call this like a to-do list. Like, it's a very neglected to-do list sometimes, actually. Like, there's this list people often have of dreams and aspirations and goals and desires and like all these cool things that they just haven't had a chance to do yet. And it's very commonly I hear that people don't do it because like they might not have the resources at the moment, which, I can understand. That's fine. There's some on this list that maybe you can keep for later. We have a whole lifetime to work on this stuff, so, you can obviously keep things for, when you want to work towards those. But very commonly I hear that people don't want to work on certain things because they don't have somebody to do that stuff with. Like, they're waiting to be in a relationship to find somebody to do these things with. But I can assure you, everything that you can do with a partner, you could generally do with yourself. And yes, I mean everything. So basically, that's another video. I will talk about intimacy with self in another video, physical intimacy. But in this case, your undone to-do list usually comprises of, bigger things like I want to go on this trip, or I want to meet somebody, or like I want to meet a special, like a public figure, or things like that. And I say keep those on your list, like totally, keep those, aspire to do those. But this is not what this video is about. I'm talking about things that we could do right away. Like, I understand everybody's resources are on a different scale, but what I like about the things that I recommend to people usually is that, they're able to take even just 5 steps right away, like right off the bat, to do the things that they love to do. So I'll give you an example of one of my friends. He wants to learn to play the guitar and learn to golf better. And there's no reason to have to justify why you want to do these things. Like, the thing is, you want to do them. Like, I believe we have these desires for a reason. We have these burning, amazing things we want to do, and it doesn't even matter, really, honestly, who in your life says what about them. I'm going to tell you right now, going down those paths are honestly some of the best decisions I've seen people do. I know for myself, especially, yes, you sometimes just love things for whatever reason. You might not know right away, but that's not important. Like, with my friend, for example, so he didn't want to go and, for example, learn to play the guitar. He was afraid that he might suck at it. Those are his words, not mine. That he was really afraid of judgment. He was afraid that you know he was kind of afraid of embarrassing himself. And I said to him, you don't need to worry about that because nobody around you is going to know that you're even doing this. So what I'm going to say is sometimes these things that we've said we can't do, one of the biggest ones I find, by the way, is that I can't dance. I hear I can't dance all the time. As a belly dancer, and I just look at when I hear women say to me, I can't move my hips. I just said, you haven't found the right teacher yet. So, like, for example, if you had belly dance or salsa or any type of dance on your to-do list, highly, highly, highly encourage you to do this, because um, the lovely thing about dance is it gets all of your lower body energy moving, and that gets neglected a lot in our lives. You need that energy moving to really fully integrate yourself in your body and to fully be in your body. There are so many visceral experiences in our lives that I cannot explain why they are the way they are so helpful. But and I've learned this more from my tantric path and from my path in dance and my path in meditation. Um, Getting your body moving in any way that you feel really excited about, moving, go and do those things. And even if you, let's say, for example, let's say you want to do belly dance and you go out and you try a class and it didn't work out quite as well, try another studio. Or maybe you jived with that studio. Maybe you had a good feeling about that place, but you just thought, I'm not that good at it. If the teacher was really cool, like you really jived with the person, but you just don't see how you're going to be at their level or anybody else in class or whatever the case is. Or let's say you want to do a yoga class. This is within the same realm of things, but you're afraid to because you're afraid of being judged by the people around you. I say have patience with yourself, and I know that's easier said than done. And, regardless of what is on your list, and let's say it's those things where you felt like you need to have somebody with you, well, why not ask a friend? If you really want to try something, at least even for the first couple times you go, to say to a friend, hey, I want to try this, and I don't want to go alone, So that could work. For myself, I actually haven't even done that a lot. Like, when I was an actor, I was used to going to acting training on my own. As a dancer, I started exploring it on my own. I had an openness to not having an expectation, and to meeting new people. So, no matter what it is on your list, whether it's going to be one-on-one thing like guitar lessons, although they do have group guitar lessons too, or let's say a group class, I'm going to tell you to go in with a mindset of curiosity. And this is a great thing to do no matter what you're doing in life. Don't be so tied to an expectation, because when we get tied to expectations, that's when we lose out on the magic of life. Like, I know that sounds kind of like, like, what's she talking about? All I'm going to say is, you don't have to take my word for it. Just next time you're going out to do something new and exciting or different, or you're even scared of something you're going into, go in knowing that you got this. You got this. And go in with this mindset of, I'm wondering what's going to happen. I wonder what's going to happen here. Like something, whatever it is, has led me here. I just want to know where this is going to go. So that's where you want to be. It's like with meditation. When I was learning it, my teacher has always said it wasn't about, wanting to reach a certain goal. Actually, what I was learning was silent meditation. So with silent meditation, no matter how long people do it, generally speaking, they're not always going to be able to completely clear the mind for hours on end or something to that extent. Whatever the goal is that sometimes people would set for themselves and something like that. The idea is not to set the goal. The idea is to stay in the present moment and to continue doing the action that you're doing, right? And just let your emotions and your thoughts pass through. Like, don't judge your thoughts and emotions. Just let them pass through and have compassion for those thoughts and emotions. So let's say you're going for your belly dance class or you're going for your guitar lesson and you're thinking, holy crap, what did I just get myself into? Maybe with the guitar, you might have just got a guitar off Craigslist and you're like, why did I buy this? Or something like that. That's okay. Just feel it. Emotions are like wild horses. Let the emotion pass. Let, whatever you're feeling happen and just go in and do it. You know, have compassion for yourself for having those emotions and say, but you know what? I really want to be here and I want to do this. I want to try it and try it. Do it. See how you feel. And if you feel awesome after, great. If you don't feel awesome, great. The thing is, you still want that, you go after and you do it. The idea here is to do something ongoing that challenges you, but you want to do, try it a few times and, maybe you'll find out something isn't for you. At least you tried it. Like, I have done training in jewelry making, I've done training in photography, I've done training in, there's a list. There's a list. But all of those things, even if I'm not doing them right now because there's only so much time in the day, sadly, like I wish I could do all the things I used to do. Like I did circus and I do plan on doing aerial silks again, for example. I love aerial silks. I love circus so much. Um, all of these things are now part of me. They're a part of who I am, and I could pick those up and explore them again. I don't need to necessarily go back to class, or if I do want to go back to class, I could. But I mean, there's so much joy you can get out of doing something just for the sake of doing it. So, get your to-do list out and do it. Um, I want to know what your experiences with this too. Like, seriously. So let's say you do something for the next 3 weeks. Let's say today you're going to be like, hey, I had that on my list. I wanted to go to the salsa class down the street, or I know, like, for example, U of T in Toronto here, like, they had a really cool group called Salsa Anonymous, and it was really cool because you get to meet new people, and there's various levels of people, and salsa's a really open, friendly type of dance. So, let's say you're like in Toronto, and you're like, hell, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go U of T and go and check out Salsa Anonymous and go and learn salsa. And let's say you did it for 3 weeks, or something like that. Let's like just do something for 3 weeks, like even if it's like once a week, right? Or a couple times that week or whatever. Do that and then comment about it. Comment about it here. Like, I want to hear about your experiences. I'm so excited for you, and I'm glad I'm doing this because I have to check in on a friend of mine to see how far he got with his guitar lessons. So feel free to please comment and like this video and subscribe. I hope to do more helpful, I'm hoping this is helpful for you. So I'm going to be doing more little tip videos like this about the art of Zenful dating and the art of being single. And I hope that all of you find this exciting, or at least as excited as I am right now. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited about doing these videos with you and talking about being single. And once again, I do these videos to help you as a person live and enjoy being single, so that way when you are in a relationship, you will be able to come with a full cup. You will be a full cup, and you will be attracting a full cup to you so that you're both brimming with excitement. The best kind of relationship you can have in terms of loving relationships is being a happy, explorative person who's really, interacting with themselves in a really healthy way, and finding somebody who is also doing the same, and you're just sharing in each other's lives and exploring together. It's within, I mean, from a tantric perspective, it's about being able to communicate with another person and being able to also have boundaries, healthy boundaries, as well. So, still having your enjoyment in your life and who you are, and sharing that with another person and vice versa. So with all these videos I'm doing, this is what I intend to help you with. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I hope you enjoy that one, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Take care, everyone. Bye.